Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to tonight's stream. Welcome to a brand new splash screen in TS Classic, because it was kind of it wasn't updated as such this week. Nothing was done to the core, but it was kind of re-released. It was rebranded back as TS Classic again, rather than TS Classic 2024 or 2025, whatever it was. Nobody even paid attention to it. Anyway, they've changed all the splash screen and everything. You can see the Battersea Power Station in the background. We've got the Saluda, I think it is Saluda grade on the left. In the middle, we got the 465, which is the Chatham main line. And then over on the right-hand side, I can't remember what that is, but there's a BR 111, which is quite nice. I don't have this edition, by the way, but I do have the Chatham main line, because that's been out for ages. It's not a new route, and they've not done anything to it. They're just doing it as part of this bundle. But we're not going to the Chatham main line tonight. We're going to go to the Woodhead line, which was suggested by G. Dave on the back of the members short that went out yesterday. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I'll pop in. I'll say hello to everyone in a minute, but I'll just pop in and show you. Let's get it loaded up. Because I was having a look what we could do on the Woodhead line, and I can see you chatting about the 76. There is, of course, the 76. They are career scenarios. Let me just go to the standard ones first. It's a little bit slow. I don't know if that's since the update, but we'll work it out. Excuse me. I've got two for the 50. You see, you remember the one that I did with the motor rail class 50, where we went from Lancaster down to Preston. These two scenarios come as part of that pack, and I've not done them yet, as you can see. That's why I call it the football specials, because this first one's going from Piccadilly to Wadsley Bridge on a football special for the FA Cup semi-final between Man United and Leeds, which was the 14th of March 1970, apparently. So I'm going to start with that one. And I was going to do the second one as well, which is the same, but coming back the other way, so you get to have a good look at the route. But I'm just going to have a quick look in the career to see what there is for the 76. If there's a short one for the 76, we could perhaps do that. So let me just have a quick look what we've got. We've got the 08, we've got the 506. I think that's the only one I've done, looking at this. And we do have the 70. I mean, we could do this instead. I'll let you decide once we've done the 50. Do you want to do this one in the 76, or do you want to do the other one in the 50? I'll ask you nearer the time, you can tell me. I think they're both about the same length, so we could do that. So, first of all, how is everyone? How's the weekend going? Animals in, G. Dave, Bournes. We've got David Pearson. I think that's David Pearson. You come up as David Tanny Coed there. Pete's in, Pete Edmonds. Stacey's in. Good evening, Stace. Nice to see you. Who else have we got? Let's have a look. I think that's everybody. David Drives. Thank you for that, David Drives. I've not got the thing's not pinged up yet. The alert to say you've just done that for the membership, but thank you for that. 76 would be fantastic. You've got very fond memories of them. Yeah, we could try and do the 76. I'll probably completely butcher it, but you know what's new. So let's get into the 50, shall we? So we'll do this one. Let's get started. So here we go. I had a feeling a lot of you would want to do TS Classic. A few of you in the members short did say, how about TS Classic? So here we go. We've done a lot of TSW, haven't we? Between us all, I mean. Not just me. All of us. So it's nice to get back on here. Chicken kebab and chips. Oh, here he goes. Look, even Ratty will get jealous. Right. Clag Factor 5. We need to sort that out straight away. So we whack that up to number 10. We're at Manchester Piccadilly. It's called Piccadilly. Was it called London Road back then? This is 1970. Was it Piccadilly back then? I don't know. Right, Control N to do that. Just turn it up in my ears. Once we get going, let me know how the sound is. We will do that. Hang on a minute. Put it into forwards. That'll help us. What about lights? Let's have a look. We've got the route indicator. We definitely need that. Turn that down. Get the doors open. Right, I think we're all good. We've got the instrument lights on. No, there we go. Let's just check outside. Oh, we don't need the markers on. Right, I think we're good. You're making your own kebabs later on your cast iron griddle. Nice. Gee, Dave's had a kebab. Oh my god. Burger, chips and garlic. But this is the wrong time, isn't it, this, to do a stream. I can tell. What is 1979? Steady. It was a time when things were simpler. That's what it was. Here's our class 50, aka D442. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. Your first and only passenger stop is Wadsley Bridge. So I think if I put the map up, here's Piccadilly where we are, and we go off up here. Part of this is the Glossop line, of course. Hadfield there. And then we go all the way up here and we split off. And I think we're going up here, which is towards Sheffield. I think this way. Sheffield's up here. That's where we're going. Mick DC, how you doing? It was London Road in the 60s, not sure about the 70s. Yeah, obviously in the route here, it's Piccadilly. I just wasn't sure in 1970. You only recently learned a small part of this route survived the Glossop line. Yeah, you'll see if you've been playing TSW as well. You'll see where we leave the TSW Glossop line, and it kind of carries on. Right, we can go. So, shall we do that? We'll get the brakes off. And we'll get underway. Hopefully. There we go. $15 coming out of Piccadilly. That's Rail House, that, as well, Piccadilly. I've worked in there, believe it or not. You know me, I've worked everywhere. But when I was on the railway, I did work in there. I don't know if it's still part of the railway now. Yeah, Animal's a bit older than me. You're only 21. You're also a liar. What about the pop-ups are not working? That's annoying. See if I can fix it while we're on. I'll try and do that if I can. At the risk of blowing the stream up. No, maybe I can't. It's fine. We'll leave it for now. I'll have to pay attention to the chat instead to get the alerts. Right. Let's give it the beans. Looks a little bit different, doesn't it, in this day and age to what it does in the Manchester Airport commuter and the Glossop line. Clag. Yeah, definitely clag. You do get a lot of clag on this AP one, don't you? On this AP 50. Mick says, although this doesn't look anywhere near as good as TSW, you actually prefer the feel of how this one plays. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes TSW can be a bit clean, is the only way I can describe it. This TS Classic's definitely got something about it that I quite like. I know exactly what you mean. Taki, good evening, how you doing? You've put the tractor away for the season. It's officially late fall. You drive a tractor? You mean you've got a tractor at home, you mean? Have you got like a massive place where you've got to get the tractor out to clear the leaves up and stuff? Right, up to 50 we go. It was Piccadilly in 1970, you scored your aunts in Hazel Grove. Uncle took you on a Manchester Sheffield over Woodhead behind 76s very shortly before they stopped. There's a few of them coming up actually on the right hand side soon, which is, if you recall the thumbnail for the stream, I drove this as far as just up here now, and the 76s are there. They must be static. You'll see some of them very shortly. You won't be shocked to know there is no AP version of the 76. It's the standard one which comes with the route. Kabepe, how you doing? You're 71. Excellent. You're the guy with the experience. The other Woodhead route for TSC is great too, very atmospheric with all the mill smokestacks. Yeah, I have that one as well. And I'm guilty of not really playing either one. I've had a couple of runs on each one. That's what I keep saying about TS Classic. I've got so much stuff I've still to get through. I bought loads of it. DTG gave me a couple of bits of it. I bought all the a lot of the AP stuff. And I've not even done all the AP scenarios. The AP scenarios are very good. As I said at the beginning, this scenario is one from a pack that I bought as well, which is why it's set up and ready to go. I didn't have to do anything with it, fortunately. So yeah, I've got stacks to do. Does anybody, I might have asked this before, but with the AP stuff, does anybody have the clag on less than 10? If you do, why? Why would you have it on less than 10? The clag is epic. That's one of the best things about these diesels for AP, I reckon. You've got 20 acres, wow. That's not bad, that, Taki. Right, that's where we're having the channel meet-up. We're having it at Taki's ranch. We can all spread out over the 20 acres. I think Stace would like that because she likes trees. Have you got plenty of trees, Taki, in that 20 acres? Oh, you said wooded. Yeah, wooded. There you go. The view's very good, isn't it, Stace? Yeah, the view's great. Wait till we get out into the countryside bit. Right, we've got a 35 coming up, so we should be behaving by then. It's got to be the worst signal box job in the country on this route, do you reckon? Well, there you go. I've not driven one of those yet either. That's not the 76, is it? That's the other one. Is that the 5 or 6? You don't have it on 10 only because you can't remember how to turn it up. You're not a read the manual type guy, are you, Animal? As you've told us with the Flirt. I'm sure you'd be able to drive the Flirt by now if you read the manual. I must get the Flirt at some point, by the way. I still haven't got it. Right, everybody close their eyes because here's the non-AP 37. King K, how you doing? Welcome. Good afternoon to you. We are on the Woodhead route today. Here's the yard that I was talking about. Is this Guide Bridge? It is Guide Bridge, yeah. It's telling me at the bottom. I need to learn to read. Yeah, Guide Bridge, here you go. This is where we were for the thumbnail. We were kind of about here, I think. See, Guide Bridge, like, now, in TSW, is not a patch on what it is on this, is it? It's a different place. You're confused about the southeastern route in TS Classic, do you mean? If you mean in TS Classic, it's the exact same one that's already out, that's been out for a while. Yeah. It's a shame they didn't take somebody else's route, like a third party, and add that to it. You're going to put in a train track? Well, 20 acres, you could get a decent, you know, a decent kids track in there. Could sell tickets, make a few quid there. Why on earth would you want to drive the Flirt? Just so I can say I'm better than Animal. That's all. Nothing more than that. You've read the manual, but you just can't remember. I did look at the manual actually for it. It's quite a big manual, isn't it? G. Dave's alright at driving the Flirt. I was watching his videos. He can drive it. Right, we're going via Dunford Bridge first, which is... Well, it says 10.4 miles, but it's not triggered it yet. We'll go via somewhere, and it'll start counting down that 10.4 miles. So, I don't know how many miles it actually is at the moment to Dunford Bridge. We'll find out. $20 acres. Yeah, Taki's got 20 acres at his house. Full of trees. When he said he was driving his tractor around, I kind of knew he didn't mean a Class 37, but anything's possible. He could maybe get a Class 37 on a track in 20 acres. There's not many routes and scenarios for it. Is there no... So, the Alan Thompson version 2 of the Great Eastern Main Line, are there not... I bet you can get paid scenario packs, can you? I know they like to do paid ones. You would have thought there'd be quite a few scenarios going up and down there. I thought it was our red signal then. By the way, going back to TSW, I did one of the scenarios earlier. This was on the PlayStation 5 of on the Riviera line. The one where you've got to open the new station and cut the ribbon. Some of you have probably done it. Is it just me, or is there a signal missing right at the beginning of that scenario? The signal is there, and on the hood in the top it shows red. But the signal post is there with the number of the signal, but there's no light on the top. Was that just PlayStation, or has anyone else noticed that? I've not played it on PC. It was just very odd. I nearly went straight through it, and then I realised there was a signal there that wasn't a signal. I don't know how they've missed that. You've seen it as well, it's been reported. Yeah, that's odd, isn't it? Yeah, it's the first step, you're right, coming out of the sidings depot. Yeah. And then I decided to do the scenario. I did a scenario on the Birmingham crew, which again, a few of you have probably done. I don't know the name of it, I can't remember. But get to the end, and the very final thing you do at Birmingham is find the newspaper stand, and you're meant to pick a newspaper up. The only problem is there's no objective marker next to the newspaper stand, so you go and get the newspaper but it doesn't do anything, so you can't finish the scenario. That was a bit annoying because that was like a 90-minute scenario, that one. So there's a couple of things they need to fix, but I think there's a few patches coming out next week, isn't there? I saw the update Thursday or Friday from Dovetail saying they were putting some patches out next week. There's a Birmingham crew patch, and there's a core. I think there's a core patch as well coming out separate days. This is a welcome break from TSW. I know what you mean. You can overdo it, can't you, on one thing or another? This is actually quite a pleasant run, this one. Good suggestion from G Dave. I know he didn't suggest a 50, but the route, definitely, because as I said, I've already been on this route. As you can tell with the speeding. HST's in Mexico. Yeah, I didn't know that. Right, we've got 40 coming up. Let's have a quick look outside, shall we? I bet it gets a bit bleak around here in winter. Bit wild. Quite nice today for this run. So is this... Have we already passed where the end of the Glossop line is? Is this it? Is this where you go off to the right now on the Glossop line? It is, isn't it? It's the triangle, isn't it? Proashi, thank you for the sub. Welcome. And just like that, the notifications are working again. That's weird. Yeah, so this is where the Glossop line in TSW ends. Right here. No, it's not here. It's the next one, isn't it? It's the next station. But yeah, in this route, it goes on and on. Dinton. That was it. That was the one we just passed. And then we start climbing a little bit. Chris Creamins, how you doing? Good evening. You feel bad for all aboard on the forums. You've had some bad abuse messages. Sad to see. The patches will be great. I haven't seen any of that. I believe somebody was someone's been bad mouthing them on their Instagram. I think someone mentioned to me. But to be honest, do you know what? Since the Discord's been out, the Dovetail Discord, I haven't even been on the forums. I haven't bothered with it. I mean, if there's things that, you know, shouldn't have got through the testing, you know, I get it. It's not great. It's not, you know, it's not ideal. If they patch it quickly, then, you know, it's still not ideal, but at least they sort it out quickly, you know. So let's see what happens with the patch next week. That'd be weird, wouldn't it, seeing an HST in Mexico and Australia? You were born in Sheffield, G. Dave, but you never got to travel on this. Animal spat his tea out. Don't do that to him. Of course, it goes without saying, we have got the AP Sky, or Weather, or whatever it's called. I haven't got the Cloud Pack. It's the Weather EP, which is why it's looking a bit brighter and a bit nicer. I don't know if the Track Pack works on this one. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks alright, but I don't know if it's using the Track Pack. I can't tell. And it is doing the countdown now to Dunford Bridge as well. We've got 8.3 to go. ETA 10:53. So once we have that go via straight to Wadsley Bridge due in 11:15. So we've got about half an hour to go on this one. Cam, good evening. Hellfire, says Cam. Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're thrashing it through the hills. They were being DM'd via the forums. Not ideal for the first time. I think I saw on the Discord, correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. David Drives. I think you were saying on the Discord earlier. I think on the Dovetail Discord, I saw what you put about it. It can be a solid route once they fix it. So I agree with you. I think it is a solid route. There's just a few annoying things, and like I said, if they fix it next week, then everyone will quickly forget about it. But obviously, it needs fixing quick. So let's see what happens next week. I think, did they say about Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday they're going to patch it. So it's quite early. And then the core update is like Thursday, I think. I mean, the timetable thing is a big thing, isn't it? Not having the arrival times for the timetable. To be honest, you can't miss that one, can you? It was in the preview stream as well. You just can't miss that one. So, you know, it was obviously put out intentionally without that, which I don't quite understand. Or maybe they had it in a build that wasn't quite ready to go out. And what we're getting next week is this next build. I'm not sure. '87's in Bulgaria. It'd just be weird, wouldn't it? They've lined the seats up to face one another like the underground. That's odd, isn't it? What have they done that for? You would have thought there wouldn't be as many seats doing it that way. I don't know. But yeah, this is the cheeky Saturday bonus stream, so I'm glad there's a few of you coming to watch it. It's quite difficult when you're competing with Strictly Come Dancing. Great Uncle Bulgaria, that's the Wombles, isn't it? I remember the Wombles. Stacey's like, who the hell are the Wombles? The Wombles of Wimbledon. Wimbledon Common. Good evening, Carl, how you doing? You'd love this in TSW, don't see it happening. I guess never say never. This is a very popular route in TS Classic. So, you know, as a starting point for bringing out a new route, you would think they would bring out routes that are already quite popular in the community, you know. But the TSW version with the spit and polish that they usually put into them, so maybe at some point it'd be a good route, especially with those 76s, which is what it would likely come with. Oh, you do know the Wombles? You surprised me. They must have done a reboot. Right, here come the tunnels. The tunnel. Can they block the ones up on the left? I assume they haven't filled them in though. They're just like, they're still there. They're just spooky. Oh, I can imagine an HST being a sweatbox in Mexico, yeah. Absolutely. there's no aircon on the Mark Freeze there now, pure heat. Oh dear. Bailey boy, good evening, how you doing? Wes, how are you? Yeah, they were always picking up litter, weren't they? Yeah. Come to think of it. It's probably another children's programme with a hidden morality message or something in it. that we never quite twigged when we were kids. Watch out for the signal box. Is it coming up? It's a long old tunnel, this, isn't it? You don't know what DLC is coming out next, Wes? You mean for TSW? Yeah, I don't know what's next. Bailey boy, you like the Woodhead route? Yeah, I think there's a few in chat quite like it. Yeah. Yeah, things that the everyday folks leave behind, Dave, I believe is the next line to that. That's not a bad memory, is it? I'm all good, Wes, thanks, yeah. How are you? You went over to see him? Wow. What, you went just to see them, or you were there anyway, like for a holiday or whatever? That's some train spotting trip, that, going to Mexico. You're hoping it's the Pacer? Oh yeah, of course we got the Welsh Pacer coming out, haven't we? At some point. Yeah, let's see what happens. This is Dunford Bridge. This is our go via. There's a signal box that Animal was on about. Yeah, it's like middle of nowhere, isn't it? Like literally. There's a main road up there. A couple of houses on top of that hill, but not much else. You wonder if just trains will make the Woodhead route. Actually, yeah, they'd be... It's in their kind of era, isn't it? I guess. You knew the Womble's creator? He was strange. You'd have to be to come up with that, wouldn't you? You like the middle of nowhere. This is definitely the middle of nowhere. So, King Kate, we started in Piccadilly. This goes to... Does it go all the way to Sheffield? Sheffield Victoria, I think. I'm just looking. Yeah, Sheffield Victoria. I presume Sheffield Victoria... Is Sheffield Victoria known by another name now? Is it just Sheffield? I must admit, I'm not very familiar with it. But we did set off... we set off from Piccadilly. There's a signal box in a tunnel. Oh my god, that's odd. Yeah. The number 12 manhole... Is that what it's called? Manhole signal box? Was in the middle of the Woodhead tunnel. Wow. That's a grim job, isn't it? Like being down a mine all day. Victoria closed years ago, so it's not just renamed, it's a different station completely, is it? We've got 10 miles to Wadsley Bridge, that's where we're going. It could be Wesley the pacer is next, yeah. We're meant to have the Preston to Crewe before Christmas. Whether the pacer comes out before that or not, I don't know. When's the next roadmap stream? Be early November. A couple of weeks off, I think. Sheffield Midland is the one now. The signal had to climb down a ladder to get to it. That's grim, isn't it? It was called Sheffield Midland back then, the one that we've got now. I've got you. I've definitely never been to Sheffield by train. Been to Sheffield loads of times, not by train. Been to watch North End in Sheffield as well. Right, about another 15 minutes till we get there. Yeah, I imagine there's better jobs on the railway than working in that signal box. I mean, I don't mind the dark, but not all day. Scotch, good evening. How you doing? Alright, Stace, thanks for coming in. See you later. Peace and quiet, yeah, till a big train comes thundering through. That'll wake you up. In a tunnel, I bet. Well, I've got 30 coming up. Got a nice big viaduct over there, look. This is Penistone. Yeah, think of the smoke. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Unsure why beaching choked this route would have been highly more beneficial than the routes to Sheffield we have now. Yeah, there's a lot of things he did that didn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, thanks for that, Scotch. Yeah, everyone click on that like button for me if you don't mind. That'd be great. Needless to say, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I see what you mean about the passenger side of it. It is very freighty, isn't it? And like we were saying, there's not a lot of housing even either side of the route. If what we can see in here is like what it used to be. It's not very densely populated, only at either end. There's some track work though, isn't there, really, when you look? Okay, I've got a green signal, so we'll shortly give it the beans. Let's do that right now. .8 miles. There's a London North Western Railway branding patch for the 350. I think I saw that. Yeah, I haven't got it. They put in the wrong electric system for the route. Oh my god. And no one said anything. It probably took them ages to do that as well. It's quite easy to speed. This route is up and down everywhere. Going to be in there early, apparently, according to this. About 3 minutes early at the moment. Good suggestion though, Dave. Very good suggestion. And get to use the 50 again. So it's all good. We'll do the 76 next if everybody wants to do that. Just let me know if you're happy to see the 76. I might fail miserably. Don't think I've driven it yet, but we'll give it a go. It can't be that hard, I don't think. Yeah, early, yeah. According to that, anyway. 3 minutes early. Or thereabouts. Double bonus, yeah. Yeah, it could go either way. Settled to Carlisle was on his list. Wow. Well, as I mentioned before, it's only compared to this, it's only a small thing, but the Deepdale branch, which is coming apart as Preston Crew, which is coming out of Preston Station, north out of Preston Station, before you go off on the left to Blackpool or up the main line. That was another beaching one, so they only kept the portion open that we're getting as part of the Preston to Crewe for the coal. It went on all the way up to Longridge. And beaching shut that as well. And I do walk up a section of that quite often actually, because it's not far from me. So yeah, beaching's everywhere. Changing from series to parallel on the 76, I don't know, but it makes sense. I think we've got a couple of other engines like that, haven't we, where we do that. Carl says, yeah, do the 76. Yep, okay, we'll do that. Or Dr. Beeching, that was another TV programme, weren't it, that? I have got the Woodhead manual open somewhere in the background. I'll find it. Newspaper train. Northern are getting new trains. What type was? You're all going to go off now. Watch your Dr. Beeching on YouTube after this. I can see Dave there at the bottom. It's a fairly decent speed, this route as well, isn't it? A lot of 70 sections. We'll start to get the anchors on a little bit. Yeah, Dr. Beach, she gave you some lovely stretches in your home skirt. We could go around on your bike. Yeah, and that's largely what the line is to Longridge that I was just mentioning. It's all converted now into a cycle path slash your walker's path. And it actually goes over the M6 just near me as well. But they took the railway bridge out and they've replaced it with a footbridge. I assume because if you keep railway bridges in, they still need maintaining by the railway. Is that the rule? they still need inspecting, even though there's not a railway going over the top of them anymore. I think that's the rule. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. They've all still got a bridge number, I think. This is the approach to a Wadsley Bridge. Double yellow. It's always a bit strange not having AWS when you get used to it as well. Half a mile. Ormskirk to Skelmersdale branch used to be the playground. What kind of length route is that, Pete? Just trying to think of it now. It's not that far away, is it, from Ormskirk? Everyone distract him. Yeah, there's a red coming up, look. We don't really want to miss this one, I'll be honest. So if this is the football special, right, where are they all getting off? They're getting off here, but then... Is this where somebody else takes over and takes it somewhere? I'm not really sure why it's a football special. Let's not stop there, let's go a little bit more forward. You tell him, Wes. He's trying to distract me. That'll do us. We're not even letting anyone off here, so... I presume maybe we would continue in real life. Have you settled on a new name for us all yet? No, I haven't yet, no. I'm thinking supporter. I'm not having this Queen Bee thing that's been suggested. I'm not having that. That was a great run. Scenario completed. Yeah, we did all right on that. That was 38 miles, that. Speeding 5 times is fine. But we'll go to the career and we'll do the 76. We'll do this one, the Easter Tommy this is. 21st of April, 1981 it is. Take the controls of 76025 on the Easter Tommy rail tour from Guide Bridge to Rotherwood sidings. So we'll do this one. And we'll see how we get on. I'll have a quick look at the manual. I might not need it. It should be set up ready to go, I think. Yeah, I'll look at the manual if I need it. Today we have a slightly different job for you. Take the Easter Tommy rail tour from Guide Bridge to Rotherwood sidings with Class 76025. You'll be calling at the Pennystone Platform 3 for a quick photo opportunity for the passengers. Then you'll be heading to Rotherwood sidings where 31227 And 31116 will take over the train for the journey onward to Lincoln. Alright, cool. What's all this at the top? Brake selector is goods. Brake timing. Pantograph is disabled. What was that? Control Shift Y. Yeah, Control Shift Y. Okay. Right, let's try and do the usual, shall we? The best way to do this when you don't know how to operate something is to do that. Series, there you go, series. So I presume higher than that, once we get to a certain speed, we've got parallel. So that's fine. What are we doing with the lights? Let's have a look what we do with the lights. So we'll have a quick look outside. I don't see that doing anything, do you? Let's have a look inside. Oh, we've got markers. Let's have a look. That one. That's a heater. We don't want that. That's a foot warmer. That's a marker. Marker number 3. Marker number 2. It's not done anything. Unless they're so, like, dull that we can't see them. What do you reckon? The notches look interesting. The tin heads. that's good. Spadders, yeah, spadders. Someone else said spadders. Yeah, so okay. Let's go back in. Are we ready to go? We're probably ready to go. So we'll set that off. Do that. Oh, off we go. Here. Yeah, I don't really want that on all the time. Notches are actually notches. Yeah. I don't know about them lights though. I have never driven this, so here you are, this is a first. What speed do we go to parallel, by the way? Don't put the lights on, you're having a kip in the tunnel signal box. Yeah, there's a lot of little switches and stuff. Can be a tricky beast. Yeah, it's noisy as well, isn't it? Let me know if the sound's alright. So how many notches have we got on this then? I can see we are R9. FF. What's that? Fast forward. You've not done this, you can't help. You've tricked me into it, haven't you? Right, I'm going to go to parallel, I reckon, right? Because it feels like we should be to get that extra bit of power out. I mean, we're going. It's good. We're going. Look at these wooden doors. Oh, it's grim, isn't it? It's grim inside. Max speed 65 miles per hour. At this stage, I don't even know if we're going to get to 65, but we'll give it a go. I should have read the manual first, but if the Dutch can drive it on jazz cigarettes, you've got no excuse. It's going. It's going. Look, we'll be thankful for it just moving. So we got FF, we got WF. Is that the wide field? Is that something to do with a field? I don't know. I probably should have. Do they have any brakes on? Sounds like I might have had a bit of brake on. Now it's popped back up to 12% again. The speed is increasing, but anyway, we're going via Dinton again in just under 6 miles. Wakefield, yeah. I've seen that on. What have I seen that on? The underground trains in TSW. There's a little flag in the window, isn't there? Change up to parallel. Wait, what? I am in parallel now. I'm in parallel there. Forward parallel. I just don't know whether I'm meant to be at full whack yet, or whether I'm meant to step it up, or... We'll leave it at that, we'll see how we get on. Speed's increasing, but very slowly. So I'll probably read the manual after this. In fact, I'll just quickly, while we're just going along, I'll see what it says. Let's have a look. In order to change between series and parallel, move the power handle to off. We didn't do that. Wait for the field amps to drop to 0. Move the traction mode lever to parallel. Reapply with the power handle. So, let me. Right, so let's do this again, right? We'll drop the power and put it back in. It's increasing, but I don't know if we did it correctly. So power handle to off. Wait for the field. Let's go back to this. Put it into there. Which one's the field amps? This one? Or is it this one? Yeah, see, I don't know. Then move it to parallel. Reapply power. Just want to see if it makes us accelerate a bit better. Yeah, it's going faster. Look at that. There you go. We're increasing speed now. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that. I don't think it accelerates very fast anyway. That's a grim sky. Yeah, so this is one of the... this is the difference, you see. Because this is a career scenario, I think this will be using the standard weather. So the whole route looks a lot darker than it did before with that pretty sky for the Class 50. Like a moving neutral section, yeah, actually that's right, yeah, that's right. Anyway, we're moving, that's the main thing. And I've not even had a practice. I think you could drive this one, Animal. It's a pity the neutral sections are not implemented on Birmingham Crew, isn't it? As well. I don't know if anybody has run the 86 or 87 since we did it on the stream, on the early access. Good run. If you have, good run. I'm sure you'll agree, but yeah, it's a bit weird not doing the neutral sections in the 86 or 87. Daly Thompson's. Yeah, it's not Daly Thompson. There's a dead 76 in TSW on a master reward on. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I remember it was under like was it like under a tarpaulin? Like was it Guide Bridge? Yeah, I remember now. You're right. You're exactly right. I didn't realise it was this. Yeah, this is grim, isn't it? This is 21st of April. This, and the sky is pretty grim. So we're going via Dinton. Then we're going Woodhead up Main. We're stopping at Penistone platform 3. Deep Core is a go via, and then we're stopping at Rotherwood downsiding 5. And we're arriving there at 11:30. 36 miles away. So we're going anyway. Yeah, max 65. If you can get to 65. Thanks for coming in, Wes. See you later. 1981 this is set, Dave. So we've moved 11 years from the Class 50 scenario. It's all right. Just a big generator on rails. I just finished downloading trains. Yeah, you have to let us know how that is. I mean, I can't play it. I can play it on PC, but. No, they're not on. Watch. If I hold them, it goes to 0. But the minute I let go, it goes back to 12. So that's what I thought at the beginning. I thought maybe they were on a little bit. This was his 7th birthday. What's the exact date? The exact date. This is 21st of April, 1981. Was it your birthday on the actual? Was it birthday on the actual 21st? David, you did the 86 today. Nice run. Yeah, shame no neutral zones. Yeah, it's a nice run. It is a nice run. Good, a good, decent long run. Somewhere different to the Preston Carlisle. I know we can run it on the West Coast Mainline South as well for a decent run, but yeah, it's a shame. And now that they're not implemented, I don't think they'll be implemented. It's probably considered not worth it because there's only a couple of services using the 86 and 87. Whereas the Preston Carlisle, that's the main traction, isn't it? So yeah, it's a shame though. It's a shame it's not a core thing. Right, there's Dinton. It looks like 11 years backwards. It's an antique. It is an antique, isn't it? It's got a certain charm about it, though. Look at these pantographs, though. Look at the size of them things. Even they look ancient. gearing was set for torque to pull the heavy loads over the Woodhead. Right, so you mean it's not meant to really go too fast? My cousin Dintin. Very good. Very, very good. Dintin 75. To be honest, I'm quite happy ticking along here, mid-30s. It's a nice run. There is no 77. It's there's an 08 and there's a 506, I think, is the other one, which is I think the one that just came past us. Yeah, second channel name. We've got 6 to go to the next Corvette, which is Woodhead up Main. What does that do? Control key switch. Closing this will electrically isolate this desk. We don't really want to do that either, do we? Air sand valve. The horn. Brakes. Yeah, I just don't know about the lights on the outside. I don't know if there's anything else I meant to press. I mean, I'm pressing H for the headlight, as you normally would. I just can't see anything happening. So I don't know. The candle's probably blown out. You could be right. It makes some noise, doesn't it, this? I'm actually quite enjoying it. Yeah, put 50p in. Better sounds on the 87. Yeah, this is and this is just one of the standard. It's a DTG route. This is it, I think. I think it is. You can get this in a sale though. If you don't have it and you've got TS Classic, you can get this in a sale all the time. This, I think I got it for, I can't remember, about £5 or £7. I think I got it for in one of the sales a while back. But it's yeah, it's pretty decent. It hasn't overheated. Yeah, that's that could be a problem. We've no temperature gauge for the outside, so we don't know how much cooler we're getting in. But it is April. You'd think it'd be a bit warmer, but kind of maintaining its speed. There's a freight, go back the other way. So we'll get some more TS Classic in over the next few weeks as we mix it up. What I'll probably start doing is definitely for TS Classic, I'll put a list together and I'll start putting a little, like a day or so before, I'll put a little poll in the on the channel with a couple of suggestions, and then you guys can vote. If there's something particularly you want to see out of that list, we'll do that. We'll end up playing it all eventually. But yeah, we'll do that. I imagine this was quite technical for its day, yeah, Scotch Eggo. Buffers and the couplings mounted on the bogies, not the body. Oh yeah, so it is. It's actually quite nicely modelled, this, isn't it, for a standard one? You know, with the rusting. Look at the rusting there on the top. And the handles for getting into the cab. There's normally not a lot. This is why you like the AP versions of things, really, isn't it? Because there's not usually a great lot of detail on the standard stuff, but this looks alright. I mean, the inside is kind of alright, but it has that usual kind of sort of washed out look. You know, some of the textures are not great, but that's what happens with the standard ones. But it's actually not that bad compared to some of the others. The 90. You want to do the 90? I was actually going to do the 91 on the East Coast Main Line. That's what I was going to do. So I was thinking of doing tonight, but we'll just move that to another night. I'll have a look for that documentary, Animal, that you mentioned. I quite enjoy watching the old stuff. Especially for routes that we've played on this or TSW. As, you know, routes that I don't actually, am not familiar with. Which is quite a few of them. Just over a mile to our first stop. Yeah, so we're running behind on this one. We were due 10:49 and this is saying 10:56 we're going to be there, so we're probably meant to be going a little bit faster than this, but we did have a bit of experimenting at the start, didn't we, to get it going. 91 on the ECML. There's another vote for the 91. You went on one in June. Makes the Azuma look like a Hornbogen's toy. Yeah, we could do the 91. I think I've got a few scenarios which are either the 91 or the DVT. So yeah, we can have a look at that. Evening, Chris. How you doing? Welcome. Look how they give you like a really old driver as well. With his big handlebar moustache and the rest of it. Well, are we getting a DVT with the 90 and TSW? Probably not, because it's a freight. It's probably got to be a freight pack, isn't it? Back into the tunnel we go. Yeah, that's what they'll do, isn't it, Dave? They'll bring out the freight version they've told us about, and then suddenly there'll be a separate passenger version at some point, I bet, with a timetable for something somewhere. Good evening, train guy. How you doing? You saw a pair of 50s at Claythorpe's today. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know if you just joined us, train guy. We were in the 50, and then we all kind of voted to jump into the 76. So the first service we did was in a 50. Tom, good evening, how you doing? Welcome in. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. Click the like button for me, if you will. So Penistone is next in 8 miles, and we're stopping there. 9 minutes late we're going to be currently. Not a documentary such. Have you seen the Bashers, the other side, Channel 4 2000, about a group of 37 Bashers on the North Wales coastline? So no, I haven't seen that. I'll have a look for that as well. I've not seen that. Tom, you'd love the Woodhead route with the 76s and the 50s. Yeah, a couple have said that tonight as well. Yeah, I think it'll be a good route to do. You should get a bog cart to Newark. And then a 91, 225 down to King's Cross. Wonderful, smooth, quiet, fast and comfortable. I did have a drive actually I was on the East Coast Main Line yesterday in TS Classic, and I ran one scenario in the DVT, quite enjoyed it. So I thought, yeah, we'll do a couple of these. I've been trying to find scenarios. Remember we did the Azuma one all the way down from, was it Aberdeen? Can't remember where we started. over those 2 live streams. We did it in the Azuma. I've been looking for scenarios going the other way. But not in the Azuma. But I've not been able to find any yet. There was one. I think there was one, but there was a lot of requirements that I didn't have, so I wasn't able to get that one. I could have done it, but I would have had a lot of stuff missing. Yeah, I've got the XML merge. Yeah. Is there something in that, or is there a? If you know of any decent scenarios, Dave, just ping them to me on the Discord if you don't mind. Right, we're going off to the left here, looks like. Got 15 coming up. Right, we haven't tested the brakes so far, so here you go, here's the next challenge. That brake does sound like the 86 or the 87, doesn't it? And I guess because I've done that, I should be in series to start with. Oh, we come to a complete stop though. Right, we're moving. As long as we're moving, I'm happy. Filter ATS scenarios by route. Oh, I'll have a look. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could filter it by route. That's interesting. $82 DVTs and Mark IV is still being used on the TFW Premier services with a 67. What'd you stop there for? Yeah. Brake test. Especially for that signalman who's sat on his own in the dark. See if he's paying attention. Right, as we've got this 15 coming up, I'll just keep at this speed for now. Wake that signalman up. Oh, are they? National Grid are using one of the tunnels. That's interesting. It does sound good, Animal. You're right. Yeah, that's what I mean. For an included loco, it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't understand the throttle at the moment. I'll have to look into that on the in the manual. So what did it say? We had to take the power down. We had to wait for the amps to come off, put it into parallel, and then accelerate again. Looks good to me. It's working. Yes, stop to drop off some beers at the signal box. Don't talk about beer. I could murder one right now. In fact, I probably will after this. I'll be honest. Hey, Shoddy, how you doing? Hey, Shoddy, just for you. Look down the bottom corner. Look at the ratio down here. That's just for you. Right, let's get rid of that. Pop back in. Yeah, it would have been a good run even today, wouldn't it, Tom? I think. Is it easier than that Oxy Crocodile? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not keen on that crocodile. I've got to be honest. Do you know I've hardly played that route? Oh wow, this is going to be interesting. Oh wow, see that? I was meant to be 15. I'm reading the chat. I was all ready for the 15 and missed it. I'm still meant to be 15, but we got to 70. I thought I was going a bit fast then. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. I'm talking about the crocodile and we nearly went straight into that buffers. Yeah, I was just saying, I have not played the route with the crocodile very much at all. Which is a shame, really. The route's really nice. Just a tad fast, yeah. Right, we've got 3.75 to the stop. I scared myself as well, never mind that. I thought we'd been through the 15. Nigel Mansell, yeah. The wagons were noisy, weren't they? That is true, Animal, yeah, you can use the other loco. Signalman was going the other way out of the signal box. Yeah, I bet the passengers got whipped about a bit just then. That was a bit severe over the points. If they ask me what happened, I'll just say I was just trying to make up a bit of time. Then we don't arrive too late. Got a 50 coming up, so I'm going to take the throttle off right now because we're downhill anyway. And we'll see what I can do with this braking this time because it's tricky. We'll test it a little bit now. So if I put it up to 32%. Looking at the brake dials. Yeah, 52% brake puts it on quite severely. Let's just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, see the brakes are meant to be coming fully off now. It takes a while for it to do that. Yeah, it's worth having a practice in this, I think. We'll take the power off. I obviously need to go back to series to accelerate again and build it back up. Doesn't work leaving it going to this speed and leaving it parallel doesn't let you accelerate again. Got to bring it back down. But it's fine because we're stopping in 3/4 of a mile. You can change the brake timings to freight and passenger. Actually, yeah, I think it said at the beginning, did it? Did it say we were set up for goods? I can't remember what it said. Wonder where that is actually. Wonder where the brakes actually are. Retrostatic brake switch. There'll be a dial somewhere where you can actually change the brakes. I don't know where that is though. But we're stopping here, so let's make sure I do. That definitely sounds like the 86 or 87, doesn't it? That retrostatic brake. Are we actually letting anybody out? Don't think we are. It's giving us the timer. Right, off we go. So let's do this again. Put that back on. Into series, I mean, first. Brakes off. Bit of power. Yeah, way too short on a platform. Honestly, the brakes are strange. The important thing is to stop in the platform though, at this stage. If we'd have done all our driver training, we'd know how to use the brakes. Right, off we go. Deep core. Less than 5 miles for this. So let's pop that back up. So like the amps are sort of dropping off now. So I don't know whether that means we're getting to the top of the series range. So if I do that, wait for the amps to come down. Go into parallel. Accelerate again. We should be good. Even though we're a little bit fast. Try and get it down. Tricky. Yep, thanks for coming in, Scott Chego. Take it easy. So we've got Decoy and then we got Rotherwood sidings. Those of you that play TS Classic, by the way, you may have noticed that our points are on 0. I just turn the points off. A bit like TSW, they don't really mean anything, and it can also mean in TS Classic that if you screw something up and you lose loads of points, you sometimes can't finish the scenario as well, which is not ideal. So I just turned them off, so it wasn't anything else to worry about. Because by now, being a few minutes late, we will be minus about 50,000 points anyway, so it kind of takes the enjoyment out of it, I think, for the career scenarios. So I've just left it off. How long have we been going? An hour and 53. It's not a bad train to drive, I'll be honest. There's a bit of work to do with it, but it's straightforward-ish. If you read the manual, be fine. Yeah, the Hope Valley line. And the Hope Valley line in TS Classic's quite good. I think I already mentioned that. I only just recently got the whole of the Just Trains routes for around here. And Hope Valley's one of the routes that you get bundled in with it. It's quite a big map, and obviously it's a bit more updated than this is as well. There's a bit more scenery and whatnot, so we'll do a little bit of that too. We're men, we don't read manuals. Well, I've managed to blag it so far, apart from going over the points at like 60 times the speed I was meant to. But apart from that, it's not been too bad. It moves downhill. Yeah, I was the same, David. Yeah, it's all scenario based in TS Classic, which is weird because in TSW there's a lot of people won't play the scenarios. They just will play timetable. I don't mind a bit of both in TSW. I've not played every scenario, but I've played quite a few of them. But in TSW with the timetable, I mean, obviously being a timetable, there's a lot of the same type of run, just different times a day. Whereas the scenarios in TS Classic generally cover the route and give you a little bit of something to do as well. But yeah, it is a strange concept. I remember firing up. I played TSW first. Then when I got TS Classic, I was looking for the timetable, and I thought, there's like get a new route, and there's like 5 scenarios for it, and you're thinking, that's a lot of money just for like 5 runs that you can do. But there's that much community content you can get, especially coming into it now after it's been out for years. That it's not too bad. That's true, yeah. Some of the Hope Valleys on Peak Forest, that's true, yeah. Yeah, in TSW, I mean, some of the scenarios are quite good, but then you've got others like, I remember the one on the, I don't know if it was one of the Scottish routes anyway. Could have been 5 Circle, where you had to go round jumping out of the train at the stations, collecting rubbish bags. I mean, what's that got to do with driving the train? You know, generally don't mind the scenarios, some very good ones, but there's some daft ones as well like that. Don't know, I think it was 5 Circle. Right, we've got 9.7 miles to go. Yeah, actually there is one at York. I saw it the other week in the museum, come to think of it. Yeah, 5 circle. Yeah, I was doing it and I was like, I got about 15 minutes into it and I was like, what's the point of this? You know, it just didn't interest me. You know, I didn't need to do a task like that. But generally, they're all right. You know. And the ones in TS Classic are all. I mean, there's obviously none of that. It's all driving because you can't get out of the train anyway. So you know they're a lot better. Right, 7.6 to go. Is this where we stopped before? I think that's as far as we went last time, wasn't it? It'd be nice if they could get the 76 running again. Yeah, I don't know whether the one in the Railway Museum does run in any way. I think it was wasn't like this. Wasn't in this livery. I think from memory it was painted black. I think it was in black. I've got a photograph of it. Well, we've got 15 coming up, so I'm going to try and remember this time. Yeah, it's black. Yeah, I thought it was, yeah. And you know, of all the ones in the Railway Museum, I didn't really pay much attention to that one. I would have done had I driven this route, you know, prior to going there. Yeah, cheers, Bowens. See you next time. Oh, they're originally black. Okay, hopefully that was better braking. Wouldn't jolt people around in the back too much. That's better braking. You just got to get the hang of it. You just got to use it a bit, I think. And of course keep your eye on what's going on so that you can see when the 15's coming up. That helps. So this is Sheffield Victoria now that we're coming through, which looks a bit, well, knackered, let's say, already at the time of this this DLC. Now, of course, what I'm going to have to do is put that data series ready to go. The worst brakes are on the MML HST. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think the HST brakes are good generally, from memory. You hope it's on the list of routes to TSW. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'd play it. I'd quite enjoy it. With this 76, actually, now I've played it. Oscar, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Right, we're 4 miles from the sidings. The MML HST brakes take forever to wind off and release. Do you know, I've not played that HST for a while. I'll have to give it a go. Means we've only got 4 miles to go. We don't need to go mad. Yeah, you're right, Animal. Yeah, I mean, on this one, for example, let's go back inside. I was just watching the brake gauges, and when I put it up to 32% brake, it didn't immediately do anything. Then it built up. You could see it start to rise. So there's a bit of a pause between you actually applying the brakes and the brakes coming on this one. Don't know about the HST. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to play the MML HST. But this one's tricky to get used to. Right, double yellow. Oh, of course, yeah, the clocks change, don't they? They do. We're finishing up anyway at the end of this one, so that'll be us until probably Monday. Monday's usual stream. I'm actually off next week, which I've been looking forward to. Is that our signal? I don't know if that's our signal. I think it is. Approved. Okay, cool. That's good. Best to be sure. Oh, I just blew something. Do you see that? That's because I'm going against the brakes. The brakes are not fully off yet. Let's just let the brakes come fully off. There we go. That should be alright. There you are, bonus time, animal. I've got to be 12 minutes late getting in, but you know, that's not bad considering it's our first time. Anybody noticed as well? I saw it on the PS5. You know the Peninsula Corridor is back. The unbranded Peninsula Corridor, which I haven't played since it's come back, by the way. Had to notice the thumbnail in the route list. I still got the Caltrain branding, which is brilliant. They take it off the trains, but don't change the thumbnail. I thought that was great. I don't know if it's the same on the PC, I've not checked, but yeah, it tickled me that. So that won't go down well. It was never meant to be in TSW6. Yeah, it has, yeah. Have a look, if you're on PC, Dave, have a look. And I don't know, Animal, if you've got it on the Xbox, but yeah, just have a look. Definitely on PS5, it's got the Caltrain branding on the thumbnail. Which is hilarious. Someone had one job there, to remove some stickers. Speed up a little bit. We've got a couple of miles to go. Yeah, it is weird seeing the route this dark because I'm that used to the AP sky now. You don't often see it as dark as this on scenarios that you play once you've got that in. But of course you have to build the scenario with that in, and these haven't. These are the original scenarios. I don't know when the Woodhead route came out. It's one of the older ones, I think, isn't it? It's probably been out quite a while. So when we go into the sidings, I wondered, do we have to change any of the points? Siding number 5. Looks like it's already set up for us. That's us coming down. That's us coming across. Yeah, it should be fine. Must be signal controlled, so we're alright. That's been quite good. I've quite enjoyed it. I don't think the Woodhead route would be one of the ones that would first come to mind if I had to sit and think of what route we would play. So it's been quite good. Another one of those pesky 15s coming up. It's going to be another complete stop as well, isn't it? Let's try. See if we can go. It takes so long for the brakes to come off. Yeah, why bother with a 15? Well, I nearly didn't bother with this one. We were only slightly over. We were alright. A bit slower than the previous one. Right, this is us. Rotherwood downside in 5. Although, why are people going to the sidings? It's very TSW, isn't it? That, putting people in the sidings and they're still on board. Yeah, vacuum brakes, yeah, you're right. We saw that a little bit the other night, didn't we, with the Class 40, with the vans. They were vacuum brake, weren't they? Similar. Yeah, that's true. There's no leaves. There's no leaves for April. It's not very spring-like, is it? Streamlabs is soppy chat, yeah. It quite often is, Chris, yeah. Constantly telling people off so it gets to number 1. Plus, Stacey's not here. She was only here at the beginning. She usually natters. She usually takes over Streamlabs. If it was a rail 2, it would probably change to a diesel. Yeah, of course, yeah. It might have done. Yeah. So this is our ground signal here. So we'll stop before it, hopefully. That sounds like the emergency brake, doesn't it? There we go. That was a good run. I enjoyed that. We'll just wait for it to wrap up. Have you got this route? Give it a try. Have a go at the 76. Oh, and I got a little trophy as well for completing that scenario. So there you go. Bonus time. That might give me a few Steam points. You completed the scenario successfully. That's nice. So there you go. It says I aced it. Tommy aced it, it says. Very good. Excellent. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a nice rest of your weekend. And we'll be back on Monday. Not sure yet. We might do TSW. We might do TS Classic again. I'll have a think over the weekend. But yeah, thanks for joining me for this unscheduled one for a Saturday night. Hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Take it easy. See you Monday. Bye, guys.